It's a little 1.5-inch golf ball that's just sitting there looking at you. There's not one day that I've played or practiced that I haven't come back thinking that I could have been better. That it's a game of misses, it's a game of failure. It's a game that most people, to be able to hit that perfect shot, that's the ultimate. That's what everybody wants. And if you could do that on every shot, I don't know how much fun golf would be, because it would become less interesting. It's like anything. I mean, there has to be a challenge. If there's no challenge, then it's not exciting. Life's about struggles. It's how well you struggle. In 1987, August 23rd weekend, I decided, I had that decision. Should I play in my first club championship, or should I help out in harvest time? And fate took me to the harvest, and ended up catching a high-tension power line with a cultivator. While I was cultivating, I snapped the pole off. And before I knew it, a farmer was coming by that happened to be driving by where I was sitting in the field after just getting 15,500 volts of electricity had just gone through my body. And I was sitting there smoking from the damage of the electricity going through my body and exiting through my feet and starting my pants on fire and burning up the backs of my legs. And about 16 miles out of Kinnersley, Saskatchewan, en route to the hospital in an ambulance, I could feel the swaying going on. All of a sudden, I heard a pop. We blew a tire, and we broke another bead on the front tire, where the ambulance then lost control completely, flipped, and started to roll. And on one of the rolls, the nurse, the doctor, and I went out the back end of the ambulance into a field. It was about 5 days where I became septic, and gangrene set in, and they had to start cutting my arm and my leg off in order to save my life. So, as a result, I ended up losing the left leg below the knee, my left arm below the elbow, and my right thumb became a triple amputee in a period of about 5 days. You have to look deep inside and say, it'd be easy to just flip the switch and end it all. But you have to think about what's left behind. I had 2 children. I had a wife. That, I needed to be there for them, even though that at the time I was broken and felt like I wasn't the same man that I was because of my abilities. So there was a lot of pain ahead with rehab and exercises, and so I ended up spending another 3 to 4 months in rehab, trying to get to where I was before I was cast the first time for my first leg. So it was a matter of, I wanted things to happen fast, and I'm not a patient person, and it wasn't happening that way at all. And when I got my first leg and my arm, it was like Christmas for a new child. That wasn't all thinking like you just get on it and go, even though that my dreams and aspirations were that. That was a slow process. But it also has a deeper meaning to me. It saved my life, literally. Without a lot of golf, it was a rehabilitation process for me. It got me off the couch. It was something that it got a part of me inside of me, and I thank God for that, because without it, I'm not so sure I would have been able to. It's hard to say. From the competitive drive that I get out of it, I've accomplished an awful lot around the world, and been able to travel Japan, Australia, England, Ireland, South Africa, all over the United States and Canada to play a game that I love. To me, that's a pretty good gig. Where the best thing I can do is to a new person is do your research your prosthetists, because they're the ones that are probably going to be the ones that are the most important people in your life as an amputee as you move forward. I wanted a prosthetist that I could go to, that understood and could see what I needed and what I wanted, and work together at trying to attain it. That they're like a family member that feels the excitement and can't wait to get into the trenches to help make these dreams come true. That is, to me, as a prosthetic company that invests in its clients to not just them looking good, but to enhancing the quality of life and supporting the individual that comes in that is looking for that. That's a true measure of a prosthetic company that I want to be a part of. And that's why I'm still there today.